Update. Am I the asshole for canceling my wedding because my mother-in-law changed everything without my permission? After canceling the wedding, things have only gotten worse. Tom is livid, angrier than I've ever seen him. It turns out he had invited his boss, a bunch of his coworkers, and some high-profile clients to the wedding, and now he's embarrassed that he has to inform them that it's off. He came storming into the house, yelling about how humiliated he was and how I've ruined everything. I've never seen this side of him before, and frankly, it's scaring me. Tom confessed that he let his mother make changes because he was worried about how his friends, coworkers, and boss would perceive our wedding. He said he thought the rustic look I had planned would make him look unsophisticated, and that the daisies, wildflowers, and chocolate cake were too simple for the guests he was trying to impress. According to Tom, weddings aren't for the bride and groom, they're for the guests, and it's our job to cater to their needs. It sounded like he was channeling his mother's voice, not his own, and it made me realize how deep her influence runs. I had initially canceled the wedding as a way to put the brakes on things and take time to reach some common ground about his mother's constant meddling. But after this outburst, I'm seriously reconsidering if I even want a life with Tom, much less a wedding. His priorities are so out of line with mine, and it's clear that Madeline is pulling more strings than I ever realized. To make matters worse, Madeline called me after she found out I'd canceled everything. She wasn't calling to apologize or make amends. Instead, she decided to lecture me about the truths of marriage. According to her, these are the rules every wife should follow. 1. The husband's family always comes first. Madeline made it clear that, in her view, when you marry a man, you marry his family. She said I should get used to her involvement because a good wife always puts her husband's family ahead of everything else, even her own wishes. 2. A successful marriage means knowing when to keep quiet. She told me that one of the biggest mistakes young brides make is talking back when they should be listening. According to her, when it comes to disagreements, it's the wife's job to keep the peace by staying silent and letting the husband take the lead. 3. You should never embarrass your husband, especially in front of others. Madeline scolded me for canceling the wedding without consulting Tom first. She insisted that a wife's main job is to support her husband's image and keep him looking good, even if that means making sacrifices and swallowing her pride. These so-called truths were shocking to hear, and it only solidified my feeling that Madeline has been pulling Tom's strings all along. I can't believe Tom has been listening to this nonsense and allowing it to dictate how we plan our lives. It's as if he's more concerned about how others perceive him than about what kind of marriage we actually have. I'm torn and heartbroken. This isn't the future I envisioned with the man I thought I knew. The wedding was supposed to be a celebration of our love and a start to our life together, but now it feels like it's all about appeasing everyone else at my expense. I don't know if Tom can ever stand up to his mother, and I'm not sure I can live my life constantly fighting for my own voice in my own marriage. So now I'm left wondering if this canceled wedding was a blessing in disguise. I need time to think about whether Tom and I can find common ground, or if this is a sign that we're fundamentally incompatible. Am I the asshole for canceling my wedding? Or am I just waking up to the fact that maybe marrying into this family was never going to work?